blonde in Second Life when I first came here. And I'm a blonde in real life, too. So I can tell blonde jokes. And since Thinkerer started it off with the cell phone thing, I'm going to tell a few blondies.
I
Okay, boys and girls, how does a blonde answer the question, are you sexually active?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just lied there.
Mm-hmm.
What does a blonde use for protection during sex?
I
don't know.
A bus shelter.
Oh.
Why can't blondes pass their driving test the first time?
I don't know.
Whenever the car stops, they hop in the back seat.
To save enough room to the front seat.
Hey, did you hear about the new blonde paint? It's not very bright, but it's cheap and it spreads easy.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
You know how the blonde turns on the light after sex?
Opens the car door.
Oh, you got that one, Jack. Are you blonde high?
No, I just know all those jokes.
Are you high blonde? Are you
Come
high
up and
blonde?
tell
No,
some.
what did the blonde's right leg say to her left leg?
I don't know.
Nothing. They never met.
No.
Dang.
What do blondes put behind their ears to attract men?
Their
Their
legs.
knees. What does a blonde say after having sex?
Hi, I'm.
What team do you guys play for? What's the difference between a blonde and a 747?
To know.
Not everybody's been in a 747.
Holy cow, that's hurtful.
I know, I'm a blonde. This really is hurtful. What's the difference between a blonde and the Titanic?
To know.
They know how many men went down on the Titanic. And what's the quickest way to get into a blonde's pants?
Just ask.
Pick them up off the floor.
Whoa. Oh.
Enough of that, but you know, when you talk about blondes, you got to talk about brains or lack thereof. So, I used to think that the brain was the greatest organ that the human body ever had. But then I realized, hey, look what's telling me that. The brain's a wonderful organ. It starts working the moment you get up in the morning. And it doesn't stop until you get to work. This flat-chested woman, she goes out shopping for a new bra, and she goes in the shop, and she goes in shop after shop because she wants a 28A, but she can't find one anywhere. And eventually, she tries her luck in a small lingerie shop. Have you got anything in size 28?
Cutting out, hon.
What was that, dear? Says the old lady. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, but just a word or two here or there.
The woman lifts up her t-shirt and exposes her breasts and says, have you got anything for these? And the old deaf lady peers at the woman's boobs and goes, oh dear, have you tried Clearasil? You know, in the beginning, God created Eve, and she had 3 breasts. And after a month in the garden, God came to visit Eve. How are things, Eve? She said, it's all so beautiful. Everything's wonderful. And I have this one, these 3 breasts. The middle one pushes the other 2 out, constantly knocking them with, they're just a real pain. That's a fair point, says God. I can fix that right away. So God reached down and he removed that middle breast, tossed it in the bushes. And after a month passed and God once again visited the garden, she said, well, Eve, how's my favorite position? She goes, fantastic, but for a small oversight on your... All the animals have a mate except for me. And God thinks for a minute. He goes, you know what, Eve? Right. You do need a mate, and I will immediately create man from a part of you. Now, let's see. Where did I put that useless tit? Billy says, my wife got me to believe in religion. And Joe goes, really? Billy says, yep. Till I married her, I didn't even believe in hell. There you go, Randy. That was for you.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
A nun at a Catholic school asks her students what they want to be when they grow up. And little Mary says, I want to be a prostitute. What did you say? Asked the nun, totally shocked. I said I want to be a prostitute, Mary said. Oh, thank heaven, says the nun. I thought you said Protestant.
Oy vey.
Two nuns are walking down an alley at night, and two guys jump out and start raping them. The first nun looks to heaven and says, Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they're doing. And the second nun looks up and says, Well, this guy does. This little 11-year-old Jewish boy was failing math, and his parents tried everything, tutors, hypnosis, but nothing worked. Finally, at the assistance of a family friend, they decided to enroll in Catholic school. After the first day, the boy's parents were surprised when he walked to school with a really focused, determined expression on his face, went straight past him, right to his room, and closed the door, and for nearly 2 hours he toiled away. Math books thrown all around his desk, all around the floor. He came out long enough to eat, and quickly cleared his plate, and went straight back to the room, closed the door, and worked feverishly more till bedtime. This pattern continued until it was time for the first quarter report card. The boy walked in with it, unopened, on the dinner table, and went straight to his room. So real cautiously, Mom opens it, and to her amazement, she saw a big A under the subject math. She was so overjoyed. She and her husband rushed to the son's room, thrilled at his remarkable progress. Was it the nuns that did it, the dad asked? And the boy shook his head and said no. Was it the one-to-one tutoring, the peer mentoring? No. Was it the textbooks, the teachers, the curriculum? No, said the son. On that first day when I walked in that front door and saw that guy nailed up on the plus sign, I knew they meant business.
The sign. Oh, my.
The little boy opened the big family Bible. He was fascinated as he fingered through all the old. And suddenly something fell out of the Bible, and he picked up the object and he looked at it, and he saw this old leaf that was pressed between the pages. He goes, Mama, look what I found. What you got there, honey? She said. And the young boy looks up and goes, I think it's Adam's underwears. How many of you ironed leaves? I did.
Nah.
This nun says, I would like to have 120 bananas for the convent. And the farmer's market clerk's like, if you buy such a large quantity, it's more economic to buy 144. And the nun says, oh, well, we could always eat the other 24, I suppose.